Welcome, guys, to the Touchline podcast. We appreciate you joining each and every time on this episode. Today is another episode, and I'm Joel. I'm here with
Defla. Yeah.
Def. Def.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you
Yeah,
for joining us.
exactly. So, Defla, I
Yeah.
mean, let's zoom straight into the conversation.
Yeah.
What's happening in the world of football?
Yeah. This weekend was an interesting one. A lot of interesting matches and interesting results. Um, okay, so let's push it back to even last weekend. I think the Super Copa was last weekend. AC Milan and Inter Milan. Yeah, that was a good match. That was a good way to usher in this week. I
Yeah, the
think
game
it.
it was a good game because I mean when these two giants are playing, they catch the eye of every fan of the every lover of the game. They catch their eye. And were you surprised by the results?
Yes, I was surprised by the results. I was surprised because Inter Milan are on form now. I think they are on top of the league uh, in Italy, and they are doing well. They are playing exceptionally well. Their defense is like one of the top defenses in Europe right now. So I was surprised they took a two-goal lead. Then they let the two-goal lead slip in the second half, losing three
Exactly,
two.
taking a
It
two-goal
was a
lead and then
surprise.
I mean it's uncommon of Inter Milan. I mean to take even a lead to take a lead and for them to slip. I mean in the game it's quite surprising and taking a two-goal lead for AC Milan to come back in the game and then at the end of the day win the game. When it comes to cup competitions, I mean, you don't know. Anything can happen at any time. And cup competitions, especially when it's a final game, has got nothing to do with form. It has
No,
got
no,
nothing to do with your league form. It has got nothing to do with how best your players are. No, it's about the business of the day. It's about who wants it more.
yeah,
So if you could look back to some of the finals that has happened, I mean, in football, you can talk of, let's use Chelsea as an example. I mean, both the periods that they've won the Champions League, you could see the desire was more than even saying, because when you compare player to player, when you compare, I mean, team performances, you could see their opponents were far ahead of them. But, what do you think? You could see, I mean, they,
like
they want it more.
if you pick player for player, there's no way Inter Milan is on AC Milan. Sorry, AC Milan is on Inter Milan's level right now.
At the
From
moment.
from the defense up to the striker. So
But you can make a case for the goalkeeper.
the goalkeeper. Nah, I think what's his name? Soma
Soma,
is
Soma,
yeah.
it's on form. It's on form
Manyan
this season. Yeah.
yeah. Makes a lot of silly mistakes, like
Mm.
simple mistakes that you not expect from a top level goalkeeper of his caliber. Sometimes he makes those mistakes. So Charlie, Inter Milan are on top, and I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised they lost the match because they even if you look at the match itself, they were the better team right until AC Milan um, got a goal back. Then AC Milan took over the game and they won. So, like we were saying, in the final, it doesn't matter how you play. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who
It
plays
doesn't
well.
matter.
You need to just take your chances and win the match because they don't count. Oh, this guy's played well in the
No
final.
one, no
I
one
remember.
remembers. No one remembers how well you played in a final. All they
Yeah,
remember is who won the trophy.
I'm not sure if it's 2005 or 2006 FA Cup final between Arsenal and Manchester United. Manchester dominated the match from start to finish, but Arsenal won the cup. eventually on penalty kicks.
Exactly.
When we are talking about the final now, people who didn't watch wouldn't know how United play. All they
Yeah,
know is
yeah,
that Arsenal won
yeah.
the final.
No,
So
no one remembers. No one
yeah,
remembers. No one remembers how good you were. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, AC Milan proved that they wanted the trophy more than, and I mean, they were crowned victorious. And we can also talk about the Spanish sides.
yeah, the
Madrid
Spanish
and Barcelona
Super
played today too.
yeah, the Super Cup.
And what happened? Madrid.
Um,
Why?
I don't know. I think
Oh, Madrid.
Hansi
I have,
Flick.
I have a soft spot for Madrid. So, I mean, anytime they are not doing well, I mean, it really gets to me. When I wanted to watch the game, but first half, I just saw the score and it was 4-1. I was like, I said,
I know.
much way I they won't go watch already before 1. So I even lost the appetite to even continue watching the game.
I
And walk
know.
us through the game.
Okay, so Madrid started well. I think they scored the first goal within the first 5 minutes. But I
Okay.
think Hansi Flick has the it's like he has the antidote to this Real Madrid team.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime they play them, it's like that offside trap he has implemented at Barcelona works
Barcelona.
really well against Real Madrid. It's like they cannot deal with it. They set the offside traps and hit them on the counter. They let
Mm.
under normal circumstance you expect Barca to keep the ball, but against Real Madrid they don't really keep the ball that much. They just let Madrid have the ball, then they play on the counter. If you watch most of the goals, the most of the goals came from the counter. So I think that's where. But I'm honestly, I'm surprised with how Madrid played. I thought they were going to win the match. I have a soft spot for Barcelona, though, but I thought Real Madrid were going to
I
win the
know.
match.
Yeah, I mean, I also thought we were going to win the match too, but I mean, for the few seasons, I think Barcelona Madrid matches hasn't that been so exceptional. I mean, it hasn't really attracted interest across the world. I mean, back to the days when you're talking of El
El
Clasico,
Clasico.
the kind of coverage it has, but now I mean, people are not really, not that people are not interested. There are a couple of people, there are lots of people who are interested, but worldwide, the coverage isn't that, I mean, great as compared to the previous seasons. And when you watch these two teams, since Hansi Flick came to Barcelona, I mean, his performances against Madrid has been good. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I think he's played them 3 times and he has won all three. I'm not sure. I think they played in the preseason earlier on in the league. They won 3-0 or 3-1. I'm not sure. And today they won 5-2. I think that's really embarrassing for Real Madrid.
I tell
Like
you,
in a
I tell you that.
final too. In a final,
Yeah.
cannot
And
lose like that in a final. I'm an
and
Arsenal fan, and like the worst day in all my Arsenal supporting life was the day we lost the Europa League in the final to Chelsea. You guys scored us 4-1. I think
but
losing in the
that much
final,
we deserve to win, or
yes, you deserve to win. Barca
yeah.
deserved to win today, but in the
Okay.
final against a rival, you don't
I
lose
mean,
by
you have to
five
bring your
goals.
A game. You have to
Yes,
bring your A game. When
yes.
it's a final, come on, play your heart out. You don't do. I mean, a final is a final.
I'm
The
saying sometimes you can have a bad game. Okay, you can
But
have
not
a
in a
bad
final.
game, but
Not
in a
in a final.
final,
It's
in
it's
a
not a game
final,
that you play. I mean, repeatedly. You say it's
yes,
a you have another opportunity to, I mean, to redeem yourself. No, it's a one game thing. You are done. Do you
in a
understand?
final
So
you have to give your best. Like, and it's not against any team; it's against your rivals, like
uh,
your biggest rivals. How can you lose by five goals to two? It's like when I was honestly, I didn't really watch the first half. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really get to see a lot of the first half. By watching the second half, it's like Madrid. It's like there was no urgency. There was nothing. It's like there was nothing at
They don't
stake.
want to. Yeah.
Bellingham was misplacing passes. Vinicius wasn't himself. I think the only Madrid players who were doing better from the little I watched were Mbappe and Rodrigo.
Oh,
They were the
okay.
only ones who were at least trying to give their best. So, Charlie. Anyway, kudos to
Or maybe
Barca.
they didn't really, value the competition.
No,
Maybe
this one of the
they are
big
not pleased.
trophies in Spain. If you remove the league and the Copa del Rey, I think this is
Okay.
the next biggest trophy at stake. Even if okay, let's say the trophy is not prestigious. You are playing
Mm-hmm.
against your rivals, your biggest rivals. You never want to lose against your biggest rival, even if it's
Exactly.
a friendly match.
Mm-hmm.
So that excuse, I don't really buy into that excuse that the
Even if it's a
trophy is
friendly
not that
match,
big.
you make a guy. you
Yeah,
know, back. I would say back in the days, but let's take our minds back to the days of John Terry, the days of Campbell. You know, Kwesi, when these two teams are even playing, how the preseason games. It's a final.
yeah, it's competitive. Like you never
It's
want to lose against your
the
rivals.
level of competing is so high.
Yeah,
Talk of Henry, talk of you're talking of Vieira, you're talking of Perez, come on, Van
no,
Persie. The
even
moment it is Chelsea Arsenal, it is Arsenal United, it is Arsenal
no,
Liverpool.
when you are
The,
when you
it has
for
it
example
has got nothing to do with
in a
the
Premier
level of the
League in a Premier League when you are playing against a big six side or a top four side,
yeah.
you never want to lose. Even
Yeah,
in a
bro.
friendly match, you
Yeah,
don't want to
you
lose.
don't want to. You don't want
Yes,
to. You don't want to.
you have to play really well.
Even if whether winning the point will take you forward or backward, you are not even bothered. You just want to win
You just
the
want
game,
to win.
provided it's a top six side.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I would never want to lose to Chelsea, Tottenham, Man
I,
United, Man City, Liverpool. I don't want to lose against any of those teams. So that excuse that oh the trophy maybe the trophy is not that prestigious. I don't really
mm,
buy into that.
will they bounce back
They
in their
have to.
next
They
game?
have to. They have to. In the next game, they have to bounce back. They have to appease their fans. You know the Santiago Bernabeu fans. They don't care. They don't care the number of trophies you've
No,
won.
no, 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 no,
Like
no, 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 no.
they are always on your neck.
Man,
Like you have to
man,
do good.
man.
Like you have to put your A game. Even if you perform, you score like 50 goals in a
the
previous
next game,
match.
the
The
next game,
next
you must be
game,
on
they
top.
don't care about your 50 goals.
You
You
must be
have
on top
to, yeah.
every
So
time. You
they
have to
really
be there.
have to appease their fans in the next match.
Exactly.
They have
Yeah.
to do, they have to do something.
And then talking of Arsenal, what happened today?
The
Uh,
FA Cup,
yeah.
you know, I'm not Arteta's biggest fan, and
But wait,
today,
Defla, I'm beginning to side you now. I think, I think, I think, I think he should leave. That's my personal point of view. Like,
well,
I,
I think he should have left a long time ago. But that's
yeah,
just me. A lot of people,
yeah.
like every time I talk to people, they are like, ah, you guys are doing well. Why do you want your coach to go? Why do you want them to sack your
When
coach?
I watched the game today, man,
No,
it's the
like
same
we
thing.
are playing
It's the same
against
thing.
a United team who
Yeah.
are low in
Who are
confidence.
underperforming?
Yes,
This season they're
this
underperforming.
United team is no team to write home about. Like
No, this is one of their worst sides.
they are worst.
They
Since
are
I
worst.
started following football, this is the worst United team
And
I've seen.
today, Arsenal cannot tell me that they had injuries. Who? Who was the injury? You had almost every player
Almost
available.
everyone, only
Almost
Saka.
every player was
So
available, with the exception of Saka. But even take Saka out. I mean,
No,
man,
you cannot even play
the
your best
listed.
players
I
all the time. Like football, there are injuries. You cannot make excuses
mean,
for injuries all the time. You know what I'm saying. You cannot make
yeah.
excuses for injuries all the time. You cannot say, "Oh, my player got hurt, then got hurt." No, every team has injuries. Even United had injuries, so you
Hmm.
cannot say that, oh, because of injuries. You are playing against United at home. You
Play your best team.
United, even
Play,
even even
play the players you have. What do you want to do? Bringing Jorginho and then taking your starting 11 out, taking some players out, bringing some in. What do you want to do?
no, Joel, the team we put on the field should be able to beat this United team. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter Jorginho, Merino. No, Arteta bought all these players. They are his players, so they should be able to beat this United team. And even today, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'll admit the referee even tried to help us.
honestly,
The referee
honestly,
tried to help us.
there was one foul that I think the incident that Gabriel got injured.
Yeah,
That was it. That was it. That was a
it,
foul
it,
on
it
Bruno.
was a clear foul. Even the
Yeah, that
penalty,
was
it
a foul on
wasn't the
Bruno.
penalty.
And then the
That was
penalty
a
was, I mean,
clear
was a
dive
gift.
from Havertz.
It was a
You
gift,
see,
and come on,
and still
yeah.
we couldn't like you are playing against 10 men, and you are not. My issue with us now is that we cannot create chances from open play. If you say
That
you
is
are
what I mean.
a
That's what baffles me as a fan,
no,
not as
every
a fan,
time
okay, of the
people
club
people
team, okay,
people
but as
tell
a
me
fan of
that
the game.
Arteta is a world class manager and what not. No, world class managers are able to open teams up. They are able to like dominate games and win. We don't create chances from open play. If it's not a corner or a set piece, we don't really create clear cut chances. So what are you telling me that Arteta is a world class manager? From where? Like what
World
has he
class manager.
done to like look at Arteta's career since he came to Arsenal? What has he done exceptional that no one has done before? Like
Even at
and
even
and
at
his slot.
us even at Arsenal, when you are rating the coaches that have come to manage Arsenal, are you going to put him
Come on, even
at that? You can't.
as in the people tell me that Arteta is doing better than Arsene Wenger, and I'm like, wait,
What's that?
are you okay?
Ateta is doing better.
Yes,
Better.
Arteta is a better tactical manager than Arsene Wenger
If
and all
Arsene
that.
Wenger, let me guess, if Arsene Wenger had the money, the money
You
that
know,
Ateta got, he would have been competing to buy these players that Manchester City and Chelsea were showing off with their money. He would have bought those players with them. But even the little that he had,
you see,
the
even
little that he had,
Arsene Wenger, when Arsene Wenger came in, by this time in Arsene Wenger's career, first 6 years of Arteta's career. If you look at the first 6 years of Arteta's career, look at the first 6 years of Arsene Wenger's career. Arsene Wenger at this point had won the double twice, League and FA Cup twice, and had won the FA Cup 3 or 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. So you cannot tell me that Arteta, you came to meet. Okay, when you came, we were eight.
why you born? Huh?
Oh no, like I don't. See, since we won the FA Cup, since we won the FA Cup, we've
Yeah,
not gone past the fourth round of the FA Cup since we won it. And
that's
you are
crazy.
telling me that Arteta is a world class
Adeta
manager.
is the world
From
class
where?
manager.
Like,
Okay, let me ask this crazy question. Uh, would you prefer Enzo Maresca with what he's doing at Chelsea to that of Ateta?
well, from the way
From
Chelsea is
from
playing now, from the way Chelsea is playing now, he's doing better than Arteta for me. Maybe
Obama Arsenal for never be chase you.
if you are
They will
if
hunt.
no
They will
listen,
hunt you down.
if we can talk in context. When Arteta came, the money Maresca has gotten now, Arteta didn't get it.
Okay.
Yes. So you let's give Maresca a year or two
Mm-hmm.
and see his performances, then we can now compare it to Arteta's. Because doing this comparison now is not fair. Because of
Yeah.
the circumstances Arteta came to meet us now and the resources he was given when he first came. But for me,
Because
Arteta
when you
is
look
not.
at when you look at what Maresca is doing now, can you make a projection that maybe in a year or two, like you can say trust the process for
Oh,
Enzo
I'm
Maresca?
looking at. I'm looking at. Okay, I don't. I think my projection for Maresca this season is that he should win the Conference League because
Okay,
Chelsea, if you are being honest, Chelsea is the biggest team. Like they are the clear favorites in the
of the
Conference League.
competition. Yeah.
So if Maresca is not able to win the Conference League, I'll start having a little bit of doubt about him. But I'm sure he will be able to win it. If he's able to win the Conference League and he's able to make top four, that's a good start. Then next season, you can set higher targets for him. Maybe compete for the league and do well in the Champions League, win an FA Cup or another cup. We can never tell. Like you know what builds if you want to build a winning team. It's not about oh we are competing, we are playing nice football.
Trust the
No,
process.
no, that's not how to build a winning team. Building a winning team comes with winning trophies. The more you
Yeah,
win trophies,
true.
the more you build the winning, like the winning mentality in your players. So you cannot
Exactly.
tell me that oh we are playing well, we
Because you
are
are winning
competing,
matches. You are playing well and
yeah,
winning matches. So
we
no,
are
no, 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 no,
competing.
no.
So
There has
my
to be a
coach is
proof.
the
Yeah,
best coach.
prove
What is
something.
that? The best coaches win trophies. If you go
Yeah.
to any sports, even not just football, basketball, um, football, American football, hockey, anywhere, the
I
best
mean, you,
coaches
you
are
are
the coaches
recognized
who win the
by the
trophies.
trophies you've won. That's the
Yes,
recognition you get. The more
yes,
you win trophies, the more you are being recognized. So I
yes.
mean, when you are playing nice football, you are doing well, and then there is nothing to show for what I mean you are doing, what you are
Mhm.
playing on the pitch. I mean, show us a trophy. Do you understand? It's time for you to win a trophy. So now, what wait, is there
No,
any feasible trophy for you this season,
uh,
Arsenal?
I
Is there
think
any feasible trophy?
the I think the FA Cup we are out now. There's
Yes,
still the
Champions League,
Carling Cup, which I think we are also out. How do you call it now? The
the
Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup. Why are
Because
you
we
out?
lost the first leg 2-0 at home. If you
And
are losing,
you can still go and do
no,
something at St
if you are
James.
losing 2-0 at home, you expect to
Trust
go
the
and.
process.
I
Trust
don't
the
think
process.
Newcastle will be at home and they will
Trust
sit
the
down for you
process.
to come and score them at home.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
No, no.
You can
I've,
still
I've,
turn
if
the
you
game
know
back.
me, you know I've never trusted the process. So it's not now that I'm going to start trusting the process. If you get what I'm saying, we cannot win the Champions League. I'm saying it now on record. We cannot. Anytime we meet a
No,
big team in the Champions League,
this time the Champions League is open for everyone. I mean, you
no, no.
can't pinpoint
Let me
a
tell
club
you the
representing.
reason why I think Arsenal cannot win the Champions League.
Okay.
Every time since Arteta came, we've been in the Champions League for 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we meet one of the big European clubs, it's like he goes out of ideas. He doesn't know what to do.
Sure.
We
Sure.
met Bayern Munich last season. Bayern Munich last season's team was nothing to write home about. Like they were one of the worst Bayern Munich teams I've seen in my time of watching football. What did we do? We couldn't even beat them. So if you like, which team? You tell me honestly, which team do you think Arsenal? Which of the top European teams do you think Arsenal can beat home and away 2 leg? I don't think we
I
can
mean,
beat
it's
PSG
yeah.
home and away,
On a
even
more
though
serious.
we've beaten
I mean,
them.
being yeah. being honest,
Real Madrid, Barca.
when you're being honest, it will be quite hard to mention. I mean, any any possibility for Arsenal to even get to a good knockout phase. I mean, I'm
I
talking
think
about the semi final or even the
no
quarter finals.
semi-final. You've gone too far. I think the best you can do is to get to the quarter-final. Honestly, unless
Is it about the mentality? See, let me tell you, Chris, if Chelsea were to be in your position in the Champions League, I mean, they have the mentality that they can win.
it's not
They are
really
they are
about.
not scared. They are not even scared of anybody. If Chelsea is
No,
to play in the Champions
okay,
League,
I think being in the Champions League also comes with some pedigree. I don't think Arsenal have that European pedigree. To get that, I
okay,
think we would need
okay,
a
yeah,
coach who has that pedigree, who has won the Champions League, knows how to win it. We need to bring somebody like that to us now in order to win the Champions League.
uh,
Because um, you see, you have to have that European pedigree. Sometimes in Europe, if let's take Real Madrid for example,
yeah,
when you watch Real Madrid in Europe, maybe you watch the whole match, 90 minutes, 180 minutes. They don't really perform. They will only perform for 20 minutes. 20 minutes out of 180 minutes. Oh, then they
and even
knock you
that
out.
20 minutes, what they will do to you?
Yes,
That
that's
twenty
what I'm
minutes,
saying.
what they will do to you?
That's what I'm saying. Within those 20 minutes, they will knock you out. They know
And
how to win.
especially when there is added time, it's
Yeah,
like that is where they want to play the game added time. Like they don't want to play the game during the normal 90 minutes.
yeah.
When
They
there
know
is
how to
added time,
win. They know how to win in Europe. They
mm,
built the winning culture. You cannot
yeah.
go to Real Madrid and say I've been at Real Madrid 2 seasons, 3 seasons, trophyless, no trophy.
It doesn't
Like
happen.
Florentino will just sack you. Like who are you?
Trust the
Who are you?
process.
You are not no player, no coach is bigger than Real Madrid. They've
Exactly.
built the culture there already. Like some
Yeah.
Arsenal fans feel like Arteta is too good for Arsenal. But in
Mm,
my opinion, if Arteta leaves Arsenal now, which big team will go in for Arteta? Let's be
none.
honest.
I don't think none. I don't think there is any.
So
Like
what are you
team.
telling me?
No team. I don't see any big team going
So
for us
look
for
at
Arteta. He leave now.
United's coach Amorim.
Hmm.
Even though United are not doing well, like they are able, even with 10 men, they were able to
Yeah.
create chances
I mean
from
today
open
they
play.
exactly today they really played well. They really played
Yeah,
well, and you could see the imprint of the coach on the team. Do you understand? But it's time for Arteta to. I mean, if you've been at a club team for about 5 years and
he's been there over 5 years.
over 5 years,
Over 5 years.
and then we don't see the actual imprint of your coaching on the team. We don't see the improvement that you've added to the players that you yourself bought. You see, we don't see improvement when it comes to cup competitions. I mean, you can talk of these cup competitions in England. You can talk of the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. I mean, these are competitions that I mean you should be winning them with ease because when we talk of number of years being at a club, looking at all the current managers, when you take out, I mean, you take out Guardiola, he's the next. If I stand to be corrected,
Yeah,
he's the next
yeah.
manager. Yeah, in terms of longevity, he's the next manager. So if you've been at a club for more than 5 years, and I mean the team is still not performing to the level, I mean, I feel even the players can't perform to their peak. I mean, they are performing below their standards. That is what I feel,
No, you
and
see, you see what
high
happens
time.
is
It's
that
high time I mean, he brings some serious changes into the club.
But like one thing that happens is that when you get close a couple of times and you don't win, like the players themselves start to doubt the coach. They start to have some doubts about the coach. They start to like, is
But
this coach really the coach for us or something? Those doubts start creeping in, and it's hard to like really turn those things when they happen.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the players begin to doubt. I mean, what the coach wants to do, because
Yeah,
anytime you develop a tactic for a team to play according to that tactics, and then at the end of the day, it's not showing forth, it's not bringing results. I mean, the players will be will be asking questions.
yeah,
So he has to improve. He has to improve because he's been in the game for long. He's been in the game for long, and he has lots worth of experience. He has worth of experience, lots of experience. So he has to change certain things and then bring the team back to where they have to be.
yeah,
This week, this coming week, league matches they are now.
yeah. They are. I think they are midweek. The Premier League has some midweek matches. I think there are some
Oh,
other
okay,
matches in Spain as well. Yeah. This week, I
okay,
think the biggest match this midweek is Arsenal again. We are playing against Spurs. That's
okay,
our local rivals. And
okay. So, Chris, we will. I think we will try and then also do another show on that, on the
yeah,
on the matches that will be
I think
played.
we'll discuss
Yeah,
the results next week.
exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So I don't know if there is anything you want to add again before we sign out.
Charlie, there's nothing. I think our people should watch out for more interesting discussions, like
Exactly,
more
exactly,
interesting topics we'll be bringing up. We'll be discussing
exactly.
the new coaches who have come into this season, how they are doing. Some interesting players
Yeah,
would want you to guys to go and look out for that. You, if
yeah,
they come into your team, they will improve your team and all those stuff. So
yeah,
you guys should
yeah.
watch out
And
for it.
then let's do a quick comment about this guy, Omar Marmoush.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
think he's the inform. If you should take Salah, he's the next informed top player in the world of football right now. If you
well,
should talk of, I mean, goals and assists, I mean, contribution, take ons, tackles, chances creation. I mean, he does almost everything. He takes free
he's
kicks, he scores them. He takes penalties, he
he's
scores
an
them.
all round
He's a good
player.
dribbler, and
He's an
I
all
mean,
round. Like
is he
I
a
love
good?
him.
Is he a good
I
buy?
love
Is
him.
he a good buy? Is he a good buy for City?
Wow, any team that goes in for him have a top player on their hands. Honestly, any team that goes
Omar
in for him
Marmoush.
has a
Omar.
very top class player. I
Yeah,
think I
yeah,
put
he's
you
very
on
good.
to Omar Marmoush. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. I
when
had no idea who he was, but
yeah,
when
I
you made
was
mention of him, I had to go and do
no
some research on him. And the guy is
yes. When the
he's
season
he's
starts,
he's very good. He's very good.
yeah, when the
He's
season
very
starts, what I usually do is that I go through all the leagues and I try to see some of the players who are doing really well. Some
And
honestly,
I think you even started making that I mean that you started bringing out about talking about Umar Mamush before I heard it from
yeah,
other pundits. Yeah,
yeah.
I heard it from you first
Mm.
before I was like, hey, when you are Nikoini, Jami
Oh
Wakwemu,
no.
Umar Mamush
the,
who free.
the thing is that you see, like if you really love football, if you watch football a lot, I watch a lot of football. So
Yeah.
sometimes you are watching and a player will just catch your eye. You'll be like, wow, this guy is really good. Let me just keep on watching him to see how he will do. And honestly, he hasn't disappointed since the time I saw him and started following. I think he's been the
I mean,
best player in the Bundesliga.
his numbers are exceptional. His
Yes,
numbers are exceptional. Yeah, I mean,
he has the
the
output
goals and
to go
assists.
with his style of play as well. Those are the
Yeah,
kind of players you need in your team, like players who are will give you the output, and when they are on the ball too, you see the flair and everything. So you guys, you know, those the guys who don't know Omar Marmoush can go and look out for
what
him. You can search for his
uh,
videos and watch and see.
potential player of the year, Bundesliga.
Yeah, I think he will win Bundesliga Player of the Year hands down,
Okay,
hands down.
okay.
If he continues the way he's playing, then there's no competition. Honestly.
Yeah, we hope. I hope he makes it to. I mean, City because I mean, Frankfurt are they are quoting. I mean, huge and crazy figures for City and City. I don't know what's their problem. I mean, you sold Alvarez. The money is there. Alvarez Sicano, it is there. Now
I think
you made a statement. You made a statement the last time. You were like, now the teams are those who tell how much their player cost. Now it is not about oh, you are in a smaller club, so you
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
sell your player according to the status of your club. Now things have changed. So
No,
if they are quoting a figure, why won't you buy it? I mean, he's a quality player.
well, I think City are looking out for financial fair play rules. So that is, I think that was one of the reasons why they sold Alvarez in the first place. So that's
Okay.
the main reason is stopping them from going all out for him. Plus, I think Frankfurt are quoting those prices because they are reluctant to sell in the
Yeah.
January transfer window. I think they
Yeah.
they want to push for Europe. They want to get to
Okay.
the Champions League, and losing him will be a big blow for their season. So they are trying every means to keep him so that they can make Europe and see. I think if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't move to City this January, definitely in the summer he will move to a big team.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining, and it's a great time. Anytime we come on this show, it is the Touchline podcast. We are out.